Hello everybody, welcome to Great Leveler Gaming. I'm a Great Leveler and today we've got another trailer reaction today. We're checking out Star Wars Outlaws official game overview trailer. Right, really want to get into this because we did a trailer reaction for this quite a little while back and I really like the look of it. It was a 10-minute gameplay trailer. We got to see some of the navigation, some of the combat, the size of the open world, the story kind of like very briefly, the fact that you got to go up in space. It looked expansive, it looked really good. And I've not been able to find the trailer, so it sounds like someone's had like a hands-on experience and recorded some footage and then released snippets. And it was a clip of an explosion happening near the character and the character being blown off screen. I'm sure some of you have seen it, and the animation looked poor, the facial expression kind of like, it does look really kind of poor, which is surprising because everything else looks so good. And I'm really hoping that that isn't a sign of everything the game is, because to use like what must be like 5 frames of gameplay to judge the rest of the game is not a good idea. So I'm hoping that that is just a small snippet that's probably been fixed since, and it's not a representation of what the game's going to actually be like, because this is the problem you see when you're seeing like a 10-minute gameplay trailer that's been put together specifically as a reveal. They're going to show you the best stuff, where if people are playing the game and things happen as it would happen, you can sometimes come across a lot more bugs and glitches, which is harder for them to hide. So I'm hoping that that was just a weak point and not representation of everything. Now this is from Ubisoft, so this is a Ubisoft trailer, so of course it's going to show me good stuff, but I'm hoping it's going to be positive. So let's find out. Let's crack on. And this one, I mean, graphically, straight away, looks great. And it says at the bottom, although you probably can't see it very well, work in progress, does not represent final quality.
Set in the dangerous golden age of the underworld.
I wish they'd make a Mandalorian game like this though.
Okay. You play as Kay Vess, a scoundrel looking to start a new life.
So many scoundrels in that universe.
Into a plan that will change everything.
Oh, I like that.
If you follow the plan, no one gets hurt.
Fortunately, she won't do it alone. From childhood, Kay and Nix have been inseparable partners.
You're welcome.
Helping each other every step of the way.
Oh, I like the combat.
All right, distract him, Nix.
Using their criminal skills and tools.
See, that's got a very Ubisoft feel to it.
Kay and Nix will have to constantly adapt to every scenario.
That's like a mini lightsaber.
You want to drop that for me? Come on.
Okay.
Whoa.
If you don't want me to sound the alarm, you'll get me out of here.
As your versatility grows, gain access to new skills and more lucrative contracts.
Oh, okay. I thought I was a little silly at first, but no, I've seen that in other games from the other perspective. So that makes a lot of sense.
And in this world, your actions have consequences.
I can't let you walk out of here. I'm gonna finish it. Shame.
That was a very hand
Reputation
kind of
is everything.
feel to it.
Where is he?
The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward, and more attention you'll receive from some of the most notorious syndicates of the galaxy.
And how did you think it was going to end?
Tell the governor the payments will not increase.
It's up to you where your loyalties lie.
She's gonna get jumped into the rank
Being
of.
wanted by the Empire brings a new set of challenges.
This is getting bad.
See, that I like the look of.
So as your exploits grow, beware of who you cross.
Although the animation looks a little dodgy.
Scattered across the stars are unique locations, rich biomes, environments, and adventures to discover. traverse the lush
That's
jungle
cool.
world of Akiva, the ancient city of Kijimi, the dangerous savannah moon of
See, I
Tashara,
like the variety of planets though.
or roam the lawless planet of Tatooine. When it's time to move,
I like the look of the ship.
trailblazer to transition from planet to planet.
ND, fire up the hyperdrive.
Although the space combat looks a little.
Once you land, you can explore all these worlds on K's S-57 Cardinal speeder.
Okay, that thing did not have a good grip on there.
This is the life of an outlaw. A life where you fight, explore, and infiltrate parts of the galaxy you never thought possible. There are opportunities at every turn, and if you're willing to take the risk and defy the odds, the galaxy is yours for the taking.
I'm not sure. I mean, I wouldn't say that trailer did anything wrong. It's not done anything to make me think that's a bad game. But it's also done nothing to entice me a little bit more. Let me sit up a little bit. There we go, you can actually see me now rather than shrinking down into the settee. Yeah, it's just not quite... I don't know. I'm expecting from that a really good story, and I like the fact that there seems to be some kind of like choices which will affect the story, but I've been interested to see like a small example, even if it's just like one for the trailer, of how like your decisions can have repercussions later on in the game. We'll use the quarry for an example, and spoilers for that game, although there's multiple endings, so it's kind of not a spoiler as well, but there is, we'll keep it vague. There is a character that when trying to escape can hide in a freezer, and apparently back in like the opening chapter you could have done something that will allow you to open the freezer from the inside, but I didn't do that. So when I got to the freezer option, I got myself locked in and died, and you know, that had very much cause and effect, even though at the time I didn't realize what I'd done. Now, how are the decisions going to affect that game? Or is it just going to be really just like, oh, you killed that character, well, here's another character we're going to introduce to take their place, and it's going to have no effect on the main story, as we saw in that little snippet. You know, shoot the character, don't shoot the character. Well, if you do, how will that affect my gameplay? Is that going to cut off certain stories or side quests? And again, it's like, pick your alliances. Well, what is the story then? Have we got an end goal? Like, for example, Skyrim, you've got your main story, but there's also so many side stories that really, once you've started your Let's Play, that once you've started your game and got past that opening level, you know, you can just do your own stories and not even touch the main story. But it's always there, that if you want to and progress that way, it's there. Now, to me, that doesn't have a story. It just looks like doing random jobs for random space scum. It's a weird one because there's so many aspects of it that look a lot of fun. But I think I would have preferred The Mandalorian, to be perfectly honest. Make the Mandalorian game like that. Travel to different worlds, collect bounties. You've got a great character with some great gadgets. You don't need the little creature thing, as fun as that looks. Again, it's just another thing that they can sell a toy about. I'd rather something like that. And it doesn't even have to be the Mandalorian from the TV series. It could be a Mandalorian, but go around bounty hunting. I think I'd have preferred that in that kind of setting. That doesn't mean that's a bad idea. I just don't get the goal where, you know, again, the Mandalorian series, you've got his overarching goal, which is to protect the child. But each episode's got its own kind of adventure and thing that he's trying to do. I just don't get what the point of that game is. It looks pretty. It's got some interesting mechanics. I like the navigation. But it's also, it looks very much like an Ubisoft game. You know, the sniping from up top and feels like it's going to level up, and I just wonder if it's going to have enough to make it feel different, like its own game, rather than here's aspects of other games that people like and we're just going to put it in a Star Wars game and it's just going to be the same, because Ubisoft games do feel a lot alike. On the fence with that one. I've done a lot of trailer reactions recently and a lot of them have put me on the fence, and that is definitely another one that has got me less excited, and especially now I'm talking about it, and I know we've rambled on a little bit, but the more I talk about it, the more I question certain decisions with it. Well, what do you guys think? Do you think it's got promise? I'm not saying it doesn't have promise. I'm not saying it's got not got the chance for a rich story, but I would rather have seen more of the story than just all that, personally. So let me know what you think down below in those comments. I will always try and answer them. And with that being said, I'll see you all on the next episode coming soon. Bye.